Hi, this is Ethan Green from NoSleeplessNights.com, and in this review I'm going to be talking about the Spoonk Acupressure mat. The Spoonk mat is essentially a mat which has 6,210 spikes mounted onto these little discs. It's used for muscle tension and relaxation and also mental relaxation. I think there's also some other uses for it which I don't particularly use, like digestion and so on, but for me it's all about the muscle relaxation and perhaps the fact that it can help you by sleeping better if you've got muscle problems and just tension in your back particularly that's keeping you awake. So the way it works is you lie on it, which I will show you in a minute, with your top on or off, preferably off, I think is better. And then that increases the blood flow to the area that the spikes come into contact with. Fortunately, there's enough spikes so that you can lie on it comfortably and safely, and it's not going to cause you any damage if you're worrying about that, as I think I was when I first got the mat. And then the increase in blood flow will naturally help the muscles to relax. And apparently it's also going to then reduce your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and increase endorphin levels, one of the happy hormones as they call them. Thing is, I can't really test that. I don't have a home endorphin and cortisol testing kit, so I can't confirm that. I'll leave that one for the doctors, but the Spoonk manufacturer do say that that's what happens when you use the mat. What I can do though is show you what it's like to use it and talk from my own experience. I've been using the mat off and on for about 5 years. I had the original one, which I first wrote about on my blog a long time ago, and recently I got these two. I got two because I like the idea of having the latest standard one, which comes with a nice fabric that the discs are mounted onto. And I also like the idea of having the yoga mat, which is one of their latest releases. And basically it's kind of the same thing really, maybe a tiny bit more compact in size, but it's mounted onto this yoga mat, you know, the kind of material that if you do yoga at home or in a studio you'll be used to using. It's the same material. But really, having used them both, I think you could probably use one or the other for just general relaxation or for using it with yoga. I don't think it really matters. Perhaps the yoga one's easier to clean, but other than that, I don't really see any great difference. However, it's nice to have that option. It looks good, and if you want to have it in your own yoga studio or workspace or wherever it is that you do yoga, it's nice that it looks the part. So without further ado, let's get onto the mat. And one of the things that I like about it is that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to organize anything. You just roll it out of the carry bag, which is over there, put it on the floor, and you're on. That's it. It's like instant acupressure, essentially, which I quite like. Very convenient. Now, with my shirt on, my very thin summer shirt, I would have imagined that I would feel the spikes through it, but I can't. There's literally nothing. It just feels like I'm lying on a stiff rug. So I don't feel that's going to do any good for me at all. So I'm going to have to take my top off and come back in a minute with a towel over me. Yeah, sorry, my Chippendale days are over long before they even started. So I'll be back in a sec with a towel and no top. Okay, so here I am on the mat now with no top on. It's just skin to spike contact and it feels absolutely fine. I'm not going to lie about the fact that when you first get on it, it's a bit uncomfortable. There's some discomfort there. The spikes are relatively sharp, so even though there's a lot of them to distribute your weight over, you will feel it. But that goes away very quickly as you get this warming sensation that comes over your body as the increase in blood flow works its magic, and perhaps even those endorphins kick in as well that the manufacturer talks about. I've been on the mat for about a minute since I've got on it and put the towel over me, and I can easily stay here for up to 30 minutes. I have done many times in the past, in the last few years, and I know that that's my maximum time for feeling comfortable on the mat. I don't really feel any need to stay longer than 30 minutes. And I found that you can spend 5 or 10 minutes even and get the benefit of it. It does kind of reduce the tension and stress in your muscles, particularly in your upper back, I've found, and I like that. I like the fact that it just helps to reduce the stress that's built up in the muscles from just the daily work activities and being in the house and going out and doing what I need to do in the gym or climbing or whatever it might be, my sports and activities that accumulate to build muscle tension. Just 5-10 minutes on the mat definitely helps, and 30 minutes, and yeah, that really does seem to do the trick. I think whether it's the be-all and the end-all of relaxation and muscle tension reduction techniques, I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's the only thing that you would ever need, but I think it's a really nice tool to have in the toolbox for general muscular and also mental stress and relaxation. I think that it's a nice way to just do something different, really. You know, it's nice to do yoga and have a massage if you can, or do whatever it might be that helps you relax, but it's interesting to have something like this that you can just pull out from time to time and use as an additional and a different way to tackle any problems that you've got in the body. And I think that in some ways it's more effective than just general relaxation. It's nice to just lie on the floor and do nothing, switch off for 10-15 minutes and meditate, but why not do it on the mat as well? And it just increases the effect by adding an extra level to it. In terms of sleep, I think for me personally, I wouldn't say it's a sleeping pill in the form of 6,210 spikes, but I do think that you can perhaps tackle your sleep problems if they're being caused by pain by using the mat first to reduce the pain, and then hopefully the reduction in pain will reduce how much your physical discomfort is keeping you awake at night. It's definitely worked for me in the past when I've been struggling to sleep because I'm just really sore in my upper back and shoulders, and using the mat along with just general yoga and stretching definitely helps and makes a big difference to how I feel when I'm in bed. And if I get into bed and I'm feeling relaxed and I'm feeling comfortable, then it's much more likely that I'm going to sleep. So in my mind, I think the Spoonk mat is definitely worth trying if you've got sleep problems that are caused by pain, by physical conditions that can be tackled by something like this, particularly in your back or your shoulders or your legs even. And I think if you're someone that suffers from stress, perhaps using the mat also to just kind of give you time and space to relax, and perhaps those magical endorphins might help as well. But yeah, who knows really? I think it's something that you're only going to find out if you try it yourself, so I'll leave that to you. Thanks for watching.